Welcome to the experiments. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and we've created your flesh. You lay in bed, feeling uneasy for some strange reason. Last night was a long night, but hopefully nothing bad will happen overnight. You did accidentally drop a bit of blood into the petri dish you were using. A little cut with a scalpel, nothing much. Still, you felt uneasy about this event. Like something may happen. I suppose that depends. Was there anything else in the petri dish with us? And that something apparently is the alarm. Before you knew it, your alarm clock rings loudly. Well, it could be worse, right? It could be like some contagion alarm instead. At least it's only telling me to wake up. You lazily stood up from your bed and went to prepare yourself for work. Work, like every other thing in your life, was boring. You couldn't help but feel excited for what you had worked on the night before. You used to work in a lab, but you got fired after a while working there. Were we doing our own underground mad scientist experiments? We kind of seemed like the type. Still, you took the liberty to steal some equipment before leaving. It wasn't much, just a couple of petri dishes, some flasks, and a tube with a label that said beef cells. Your newer job was a bit less exciting. You were working at a convenience store. The conditions were awful, and you honestly didn't earn enough money to buy quality food. You somehow finished your shift, so you went directly home and into your basement. You quickly put on your lab coat and head to the table you were working at. Maybe, after some hours, something probably grew in the dish. Okay, so yeah, our blood definitely was not the only thing in that petri dish then. Right? Ugh. The hell? What was that? Ugh. Child? Have I got a child now? I mean, it'd be made of my blood, right? There's something alive in the basement. You decide to turn on the lights. Oh, that is very bright light. The hell? Wait, my blood has grown an entire eyeball? Oh, I love it! Ugh. On top of the table, you see an abomination. That's a mean thing to say about our child. He's beautiful. I am proud of you. It was as big as the petri dish, a large mound of meat with a large eyeball. You quietly approached the groaning creature. This is not what I was expecting. You think for a bit. This is a very interesting creature. It doesn't seem to have a mouth, but the groan is very loud. Maybe it understands English? What should I say? Wait, we can just poke it? I mean, that's probably a mean thing to do if it is a giant eyeball. But I want to poke it. Poke. You decide to poke it. Not with a scalpel. I was just going to poke it with our finger. Listen, you never told me we were going to stab it. That's too far. This is our child. Respect the child. Nothing happens. Oh. Well, I was worrying for nothing. Our child is very resilient. Huh. I guess it can't be... Can you hear me? Yes, I can, child. You look at the mound of meat in the petri dish. The eyeball. It's staring right at you. Hello? I see you. Yeah, I can see that. Can you see me? Yes? This is getting awkward. We say as if we're not the person that first stabbed him with a scalpel. Still, it's kind of odd that this guy grew from the dish overnight. I wonder what else does it know? What are you? We are flesh. Well, isn't that ominous as hell? What can you do? Hello? I can see. Like I said, I can see that. You can see me? Okay. It's official. If it wasn't freaking me out before, this meatball is freaking me out now. So, do you have a name? What is a name? I knew it didn't know everything. You know what? I like the name of the creature. A name is like a tag. It represents who you are. Can I have name? Why'd you ask me? You seem nice. Oh, buddy, I just stabbed you with the scalpel. You need better understanding of what nice is. On one hand, it seems like it's respecting me, as if he was my son. See? I told you we have a child. Kinda odd, but makes sense since technically I'm the one who created it. Still, I don't feel comfortable naming it. Should I follow through with this request, or just say no? Listen, we can't abandon our child now. We need to name it. I guess you can, although you may have to make it up on your own. Somehow, the monster's eye begins to twitch. What is going on? I feel weird. Yeah, your eye is doing this weird twitching thing. Are you growing? Oh, is my child growing up? Can you describe what you feel? I feel weird. Like something is moving in my abdomen. Wait, you have an abdomen? Huh. I 100% thought you were just a giant eyeball. This thing has an abdomen? See? I'm glad we're on the same wavelength here. We're clearly sharing our only brain cell. Anyways, enough of that. I think I know what is happening, but I don't like to think about it. I think I know what is happening to you. You do? I think that you are feeling emotions. Wait, really? I was just going to say it's feeling hungry. I suppose hunger could be related to the emotions. Emotions? What is that? It's like a reaction to something. Maybe you felt something when I answered your question. And that would explain your weird reactions. But it would also mean that you can feel feelings. I created a living creature with feelings. Damn. I have never felt emotions. Although you must know what emotions are completely normal. Normal? Yeah, normal for every living thing. Am I a living thing? Well, you certainly seem to have sentience, if you even wanted your own name. Yes. But honestly, you shouldn't be. You know what? Maybe we can talk tomorrow. What is... I will leave the room and it will be dark again. We can talk when the light comes back into the room. Have you got any eyelids? Are you able to sleep? I feel like these are very important questions. Good night. You turn your back, ready to turn the lights off and leave the room. Good night. Your spine shivers. You don't like this. You don't like this at all. Oh, speak for yourself. I think our child is beautiful. But at the end, your negligence started this. You're gonna have to finish it. This is your life now. Day 2. Start. Another day, another endless shift at work. However, different from yesterday, you don't want to go back home. You don't want to go back with him. You simply don't. You don't want to go back with him. Still, to your own dismay, your shift ended. You honestly feel like crap on that moment. So, you take leverage of the occasion to steal a meal kit from the refrigerated section. You are eating it as you drive home. You know you don't want to, but you feel like you need to go back down. You open your basement door and begin walking down, still eating the ham and the crackers from the meal kit. And you turn on the light. Oh, and I'm blind again. Oh, you're growing! Oh, you've got many eyes now. You're beautiful. What the... Imagine we get to the end of the game and the creature has grown so much it's managed to replicate us and it just steals our life. I don't know why, that would be absolutely hilarious to me. Hello? Is it tomorrow yet? They're alive. Your worst enemy. But he looked weird. In place of his old, smaller and blob-like body, lay a long-necked creature with one singular eyeball on the tip of his neck. Said neck was adorned with what seemed to be a set of smaller, freakier eyes. Hello? Care to explain a bit about what your deal is now? What do you mean? Are you serious? Oh, you mean my glow up? Yes, I absolutely mean your glow up. What have you been consuming? I wouldn't call it a glow up, but yeah, I would like to know. Last night, I felt weird. 'Cause you were feeling emotions? Yes. I gave myself more room to feel emotions. Wait, you did this to yourself? Yes. How exactly? I honestly don't know. Well, it was just instinctual then, weren't it, buddy? You know what? I'm proud of you. Okay, fair enough, but still, I find it off that you changed from one night to another. I don't think... You don't know what you do when you change your body so drastically. I told you what happened. Do you believe me? I mean, I did until you asked me that. Is there a reason why I shouldn't believe you? I I am going to choose to trust our child. I believe you. I guess it makes sense. Although, I would like for you to tell me if you ever do discover how you can change your body. You want to change too? Not really. I just want to know how you change. All right. Will do. Yeah, just remember that. Just in case you change tomorrow too. After you said this, you grab another one of the crackers from your stolen snack and eat it. What is that? You mean the cracker? What do you do with it? Oh, well, you eat it. Can I try? We should definitely feed our child. We are being a rather neglectful parent right now. How exactly? You don't have a mouth. I can try. I hope it doesn't pull some kind of trick up its sleeve. Like a hidden mouth. Gross! I'm gonna laugh if this eyeball fractures open to reveal a mouth. Can I have cracker? Well, I don't want to see however this will go. Yes, we do. You know for a fact we want to see how he's going to eat the cracker. All right, here goes nothing. You place a cracker on top of the creature's newly formed abdomen. Wait, is it just going to absorb it? Is something... Suddenly, the whole body of the creature begins to vibrate. Slowly, the flesh of the monster begins growing in tendrils and covering the cracker and pushing it into the monster's body. The monster makes disgusting sounds as it seems to also be digesting the cracker. This made you realize something. You had enough. Stop right now. Are we more disgusted that he absorbed the cracker than if he had just formed a mouth? Does this mean that he is basically translucent then? Stop whatever you are doing with your body right now! The monster stares at you. It begins to, even more disgustingly, push the cracker out of its own body. No, don't spit it out either! I don't know what you... I want you gone! Aww, but he's our child. I love him. Do you think I wanted you? Do you think I wanted anything that's been happening these last 2 days? I don't want this responsibility. I wish you weren't even in my life. I wish I never stole the equipment. I wish you just died one day. You grit your teeth. You have had it with this thing. Your eyes water in hatred. At this moment, nothing matters. Only this thing matters. I think I heard our creature. The creature just looks at you. It seems to look concerned. I'm not good with emotions, but I can tell you have many now. I know you don't think highly of me, but even though you hate me, I don't want you feeling bad. I never meant harm to you. I am sorry. You pause. You begin to feel a bit guilty. Maybe you were being a bit too harsh on this thing. You think for a moment. After a small moment, you place another cracker next to the creature. It's for you. Sorry for breaking down back there. I'm just going through some crap. That's all. The creature's neck lowers towards the cracker. It then flips the cracker over, and it lands onto its head. It again begins to cover the cracker with its own flesh to digest it. I still hate that sound. It was good. The rest of the night followed soon. What you once considered to be a freak of nature has now become a lot more inviting to you. There's still a sense of dread that is looming over you once an eventful home. Still, you can't stop but feel at peace. Somehow, after a while of placing pieces of ham and crackers for the creature to eat, it becomes dark. You stand and say goodnight to the creature, and it does the same to you. As you sleep upstairs, you sleep a bit more than yesterday. Maybe this isn't as bad after all. Day 3 begin. It's Friday, so finally, after a whole week of working, you finally get to rest properly after work. Again, after yesterday's lab session, you felt a bit better about meeting the creature again. Sure, the way it ate food was very gross, but maybe tonight you could talk a bit more with it. Honestly, you were a bit mean to the creature, so you hope you can make up for it tonight. A bit mean? We told the thing we wanted it to die! We should never say that to our child. You grab a pack of lunch meat, and you actually pay for it this time. And after your shift ended, you drive back home. And as soon as you got there, you went down to your basement. Hello? Hi? Huh? Is it my imagination or is the creature's speech? Sounds a lot clearer. Hello? You might want to turn lights on. You quickly turn on the lights, only to be surprised once again by what you saw. Oh, damn, you got a mouth now! Oh, and a hand. Holy crap! Once again, the creature seemed to have changed overnight. It seemed like on one side of the creature grew an arm, on something similar to an arm. It also seemed like part of the creature's main body was limping to the left. On the other hand, the creature seemed to have grown a large, gaping mouth with yellowish teeth. Even the mouth seemed to be slightly deformed, as part of it hadn't fully separated itself from the main body. And worst of all, the body of the creature was adorned with even more freaky eyes. So, do you know how you changed this time? Not a clue. Should I also be worried about your eye? It seems very aggravated. Well, it seems something is beginning to go off into your body. I think it had to do with your crackers. Damn convenient store food. I thought those were normal crackers, not mutant ones. No, not like that. Yesterday, you were mad because of the way I ate. So, I think my emotions made me change in a way that I can eat normally. Well, isn't that interesting? So, the changes he makes in his body are linked to emotions. Well, Let's see if that mouth works. You take out the pack of lynch meat and show it to the creature. You want to try these? What is that? It's called salami. It's like the ham from yesterday, but a bit spicier. Sounds exciting. You grab a slice from the package and give it to the monster. The monster uses his newly grown hand to place it into his mouth. The salami slice just lays there for a bit. Aren't you gonna eat it? I can't close my jaw. Wait, then how do you speak? Do you speak from your mouth? Yes. Well, damn. Where have you spoken from since we met? I have a hole in my back. I'm gonna need you to turn around, buddy. I'm sorry, I need to see this. So, he speaks from a hole in his back? The hell? Can I see your speaking hole? You know, I fully agree and I want to do it, but I've just realised how bad that sounds. No. Child. Don't be weird. Hey, you can see my speaking hole. That is never a sentence I thought I'd hear myself say. Honestly, I don't want to bother with it either. But still, maybe I can see how it functions. I'm gonna look at the monster's back. You took a peek at the creature's back. Have I made the creature mad? I said no! Did I just get myself eaten? Oh! We died! Our child just grows up so fast. First, he's got a little hole in his back that he speaks from. Then he grows a massive iron sense insane. I'm proud of you, and I won't try and look at your back again. I think it would be better if I respected its wishes. I guess I have more important things to ask it. So, I just want to say that I am sorry for the way I talked to you yesterday. And I guess we can talk a bit more about where you came from. What was I made for? Before I worked at the convenience store I currently work at, I worked at a lab. It wasn't much, but they were working on making cultivated meat. So, I do have some experience in this area. However, there were many budget cuts in the lab, so I was suddenly fired. I was so angry, I thrashed the area I was working on, and I stole some of the materials we used in the lab. These included some of the cells we used to cultivate the meat. When I left the lab, I began working at the convenience store, but the conditions were horrible, and I couldn't get any quality food. So, I took it into my own hands to make my own meat. Wait, are you literally saying we grew our child to consume it? Or technically, we didn't grow our child in particular. We didn't actually mean to put our blood with it, right? But I accidentally cut myself, and some of my blood mixed with the cells. And that's how you were born. To be completely honest, I was never expecting you to actually come alive. I just expected you to, well, not become alive. But here you are. But I know I have to live with my mistakes now. I will make my best effort to take care of you. That's a great story. But I still have a salami in my mouth. Oh, yeah, sorry. How can you eat it then? I don't really know. I got it. We will... Wait, do the same thing but with a stick? Oh! Okay, wait, so either use our hand to lightly push it into his throat or do the same with the stick. You know what? I trust you, my child. I shall use my hand. I am gonna instantly regret this, right? You use your hand to lightly push the salami into the monster's throat. Is that better? Yes. Thank you. Is it good? Yes. Not bad. You continue chatting a bit. You see that the creature is attentively looking at you. Usually, with something this horrendous, you would feel scared. But you know the creature doesn't want to harm you. Somehow, even though you have been cruel with it, even though you have been the worst, even though you have treated it like an absolute trash, it still cares for you. Maybe you should do the same. You think for a bit. You grab a CD player nearby. I want to show you something. The monster follows your hand as you load up a CD into the player. Suddenly, music begins to come through the speakers. What is that beautiful sound? It's good music. I like it. The music soothes both of your ears. Well, at least your ears. The creature doesn't seem to have ears. Still, knowing that the monster talks through a hole in its back, you don't want to imagine where the hearing hole is at. You wish you could last longer at this, until your train of thought was interrupted by the creature. Is there something outside the light hole? This was a big question. Probably the biggest one the creature has asked. What should you say? The creature is naive, so it probably thinks there isn't much outside of the basement. Still, at this point, you could regret ending up lying to it. Should you lie to the creature, or should you explain the world to the creature? Well, if we start lying to it, it's only going to try and escape and probably kill us again. We should probably explain the world. There's a ton of stuff out there. There's many plants, buildings, other animals. There's even more humans like me. Whoa, really? I wish I could see it one day. We'll see about that. After a while of just talking and listening to music, you finally say goodnight to the creature. You were left with a bad taste in your mouth after the last question, but still, you wish nothing will come of this conversation you two just had. You say that, fully aware that you don't have a good track record for wishing things won't go south. But honestly, that's a tomorrow problem. Your day went as normal, or at least your new normal. You finished your shift at work. You either buyed or stole a snack and ran back home to the creature. However, what you don't know is that there are some new changes. Have you grown again? Hello? I'm back. I have a name now. You turn on the lights, only to be hit in the face with another surprise. Oh, you're marvelous! I see you're growing your second arm over there. What the? Next to the monster's head seemed to be a large lump of meat. It seemed to be taking a toll on the creature's body. It seemed very tired, as you could tell that its eyes were bloodshot. Its skin seemed to be covered in large bulging veins, as well as its skin took on a grey shade. Even more eyes adorned the monster's body. Eyes even adorned the creature's arm, which was limp, just hanging on to the side of the table. Something was off. Did we accidentally poison our creature with salami? You could feel it. Wanna hear my name? I'm more interested in that lump on the side of your head. What is it? I'll tell you if you hear my new name. Man, it is getting good at persuasion. Fine. What is your new name? Portobello. You tried to control yourself. Out of all the names he could have chosen, he grabbed the only one that's named after a mushroom. The music. It inspired me. That's a nice name. Thank you. Now, about your lump. I don't know. You sigh. Of course he didn't know. You take a seat. You open the bag of chips you brought and gave one to Portobello. Portobello shuffles around as he moves the chip down his throat. Why don't you use your arm? My arm doesn't work well. Portobello lightly moves his arm. You can tell he is struggling. Are you feeling? Outside. I want outside. Why do you want to go outside? I want outside. You can't go outside. What? You don't need an explanation for everything. I want outside. Maybe I should have lied to him. No. The world is scary, Portobello. I don't want you to suffer. I'm gonna need you to trust me, alright? But I want outside. Portobello seems to be very interested in the outside world. Is it becoming independent? Portobello, stop. I want out. He is becoming very loud. I want out, I want out, I want out, I want out! Oh, shut up now. Just stop. I want to leave. Portobello and you got into a big argument. You both got mad. Portobello wanted independence. But ever since you two became friends, you have felt less alone. But now he wants to leave. You can't allow that. You angrily ran to the stairs leading up to the exit of the basement. Portobello's loud screams could still be heard from the inside of the basement. Don't leave me! Portobello has changed a lot ever since you two met. Maybe you are not ready for so many changes. Portobello, at this point, is his own living, thinking, and feeling creature. Maybe, just maybe, you are just not ready for him leaving your side. Day 5 begin. You wake up in the morning, this time just feeling groggy. You honestly had no intention of leaving, not even for work. So, after yesterday's conversation, you decide to go down to the basement. You quickly grab a bag of pretzels from the pantry and go down to Portobello. Is he gone? Portobello! Silence. Portobello! I got pretzels. Quiet. You get worried. Portobello! The aura of this room is unnerving. You turn on the lights. Hey, he is still here. What the hell has happened to you? Oh my god! There lied Portobello. His skin was even greyer, and many more veins covered his skin. Many more eyes appeared on his body, as well as an even more noticeable limp on his body. Portobello's loud breathing can be heard from a mile away. He was suffering. You could tell. Portobello? I'm tired. Don't force yourself. I can tell you're tired. Wait, so is the lump of meat on the side of his flesh like a giant tumor or something? Portobello is tired. You don't like to think of it, but you know what you have to do. Portobello, you don't have to suffer anymore. Are you gonna make me kill my child? I trust you with my life. Thank you for making my life good. I will miss you, Portobello. Aww. Wait, I can eat him? Why is this an option? I mean, we're gonna pick it because we have to, but still. Is this cannibalism? I mean, it's technically of my blood, right? As you see Portobello suffering, you decide that it would be best for you to kill it. You tightly hold on to your scalpel and stab into the creature's side. You expect to scream of pain, but you hear nothing. As you continuously stab him on his side, you can see the life slowly fade from his eye until he stops squirming. He is dead, but unlike you thought in the beginning, you don't feel happy. You feel empty. Now that he is dead, you know what you should do. You finally lift off Portobello from the table and take him up to your kitchen. There, you cut his body into small squares and throw them into a saucepan with a couple of other ingredients. As you toss them, they take a gorgeous brown hue. You created the perfect cooking meat. After some tossing and cooking, you finally serve the dish. You worked hard cooking this, but was it worth it? You take a bite. It was wonderful. You begin eating him, slowly, lightly weeping while you ate. In the end, you ate the whole plate. You stand up from your seat, ready to wash up in the bathroom. As you wash up, you notice there was something on your neck. In fact, many parts of your body has these weird bumps. Suddenly, one of them moves. It's an eye. Oh, hell yeah! I am now one with Portobello. Suddenly, the rest of the lumps open. Even more eyes open. You feel a strong pressure in your body. Panic sets in. You begin to feel as more eyes pop up on your body until... Oh, damn! I wasn't expecting this to split in half. Ending number 1. Mitosis. Well, Portobello, we've now become one, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to dispose of you this time. You tightly hold on to your scalpel and stab it into the creature's side. You expect to scream of pain, but you hear nothing. As you continuously stab him on his side, you can see the life slowly fade from his eye until he stops squirming. He is dead, but unlike you thought in the beginning, you don't feel happy. You feel empty. Right then and there, you cut him up into multiple squares and throw them into a nearby trash can. You leave for the rest of the day. Once again, you don't want to go back home. But once you got home, you heard a rustling noise. It was coming from the basement. You opened the trash can and saw... Oh! You are basically impossible to kill then, huh? The eyeballs always come back. Time to do this all over again. Ending number 2. Divide. Well, death hasn't worked so far for our creature, so it's not really going to hurt if we stab him in the eye, right? As you see Portobello suffering, you decide that it would be best for you to kill it. You tightly hold on to your scalpel and stab it into the creature's eye. Portobello physically flinches and begins to squirm with the scalpel still in the eye. In the end, Portobello finally stops moving. You quietly leave the basement, making sure to leave Portobello's corpse and lock up. The months pass, and your routine went back to the same monotone it was before. Still, the stench of Portobello's decomposing body still remains. Even though you saw it coming, you can't help but feel haunted. Haunted by your regrets. Is this a premature Scrooge's cat situation? Like, because we won't go back down to the basement, we don't actually know if the Portobello is alive or dead. But ending number 3, regret. You know, you can say what you like about our abomination, but I'm proud of our child. And this game really just makes me think of homegrown pets. Then again, we did at least feed our homegrown pet a lot more than we did our fleshy abomination. If you enjoyed your time here, I'd greatly appreciate you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. But other than that, you have a spooky day and I'll catch you next time, guys.